video tutorial series of the wireless communication. I am your instructor Varshata. Let's start our today's lecture. So at the end of this video, you will be able to learn about the wireless local loop, and then we will see what is wireless LAN. So let's start with the wireless local loop. Okay, so first of all, what is wireless local loop? Wireless local loop, that is WLL, is the use of the wireless communication link as the last mile or first mile connection for delivering the plain old telephone service. That is in short known as the POTS, or internet access, that is marketed under the term that is the broadband, to the telecommunication customers. Various types of WLL systems and technologies exist. Okay, in urban areas and rural areas, when this wireless communication exists, okay, when this wireless communication is invented, so at that time in rural area it is not possible to provide the services because no signals are there, no towers are there. Okay, in urban area it is possible. So for the rural area, such type of wireless local loop is invented. So this wireless local loop provides the services in the rural area if we installed over in that rural area. Here other terms for this type of access includes that is broadband wireless access, radio in the loop, then fixed radio access and fixed wireless access, and the metro wireless. Okay, so these are the different form of the wireless local loop that is available. Now, local loop, what is local loop? So local loop is a circuit from, that is the line from the subscriber phone to the local center office. Okay, so this is what one type of circuit that provides us all the functionalities. But the implementation of the local loop wire is the risky for the operators, especially in the rural and the remote areas due to the less numbers of users and increased cost of the installation. So if you will use that wired connections, if you will use this wired connections for providing the services, it will be complicated, it takes the time, and as well as installation cost is much more. So this wireless local loop is the solutions for that. Okay, so hence the solutions for it's the users of wireless local loop, which use the wireless links rather than the copper wire to connect the subscribers to the local center office. Now here you can see this is the architecture of the wireless local loop. Here you can see the PSTN, that is public switch telephone network is there. Then next is a switch function. Then next one is a wireless access network unit, and here the wireless access subscriber unit. Okay, in wireless access network unit you can see these are the different components, that is a transceiver, that is transmission and receiving purpose. WLL controller is there, AM, that is access manager, and HLR is there. That is the home location register, that is responsible for storing the data. And wireless access subscriber unit that use actually this wireless local loop. And here you can see the different types of services will be provided to this subscriber. Okay, there are basically main function of the WLL, that is a switch function, WANU and the WASU. Okay, so let's see about this architecture in detail. And here you can see this is the local exchange office. Okay, here in local exchange office, these are the component, and whenever this PSTN that try to communicate the subscriber that is in the wireless local loop network, so at that time it calls go through this local exchange office. Now let's start. Here you can see the wireless local loop architecture consists of the three major components. Now which are these three components? So here you can see the wireless access network unit, then wireless access subscriber unit, and then the switch function. So these are the three main components of the WLL. So let's see about this in detail. Now first one is the WANU. Okay, so that is wireless access network unit, which act as an interface between wired side, that means the public switch telephone network, that is a wired network. Okay, and SF, that is a switch function, and the wireless side, that is WASU, that means the WLL subscriber. Okay, so wireless access subscriber unit, so it provides the interface between this. Now this unit is responsible for taking and delivering the data across the wired and wireless domains. Okay, so it is responsible for transmitting the data It is present at the local exchange office. All the local WASU are connected to it. Okay, so all the local wireless subscriber access unit that is connected to this WANU, so which provides services to this. Now, WANU is the responsible for, or you can say which are the different functionalities of the WANU. Okay, so here first functionality, first feature is that is air registrations and authentications of the subscriber. So that is done by the WANU whether the subscriber is valid or not. Then privacy via the air interface, so it provides the security through the air interface. Then next one is the WANU also plays an important role in the call management. Okay, so call management such as the routing and switching, billing protocol conversions and transcoding of the voice and data. Okay, routing and switching that means from where the call should be routed, in which particular network. Okay, and switching. Okay, so that will also done by the WANU. Billing protocol conversations according to the services that is provided to the subscriber, how much data packets that is used by the subscriber, how much time durations that is used by the subscriber, the based on that the bill is generated. So that type of facilities that is provided by the WANU. Then next one is this transcoding of voice and data. So that service also provided by this WANU as a call management. Now WANU consists of this component. So as we have discussed, as we have shown in the architecture. So first one is the transreceiver. Transreceiver that means transmission as well as the receiving purpose. Okay, so here you can see it transmit the data as well as it receives the data. So both work can be done by this the transceiver. Then next one is the WLL controller. Okay, so WLL controller, it controls the wireless local loop component with WAS. Okay, so it controls the wireless local loop component, that is WAC, that means wireless access subscriber unit. Then AIM that is known as the access manager. It is responsible for authentication. Okay. Then next one is the HLR. It is a short for the home location register. So all the data related to subscriber that will be stored in this HLR, that is a one type of database. And about the HLR we will see in detail in the GSM network. Okay, so it store all the details of the local WASU, that means the wireless access subscriber unit. So whatever the information regarding to this subscriber that will be stored in this HLR. Now next one is the WASU. It stands for the wireless access subscriber unit. Okay, it is present at the house of the subscriber. Okay, so here this is the local loop that is installed in the house of the subscriber from where it provides such type of services. It connects the subscriber to the WANU. Now all of you are aware about what is WANU, that is wireless access network unit, or we can say it is a local exchange office. Okay, so it connects it to the WANU and the power supply for it that is provided locally. Okay, the key role of the WASU is translating between the wired and wireless signals. Okay, so when the data is coming from the wired network, then it will find the right encoding to translate the signals and to the wireless network and vice versa. Okay, so every time it translates the signal and every time it will decode the signals also. That WASU is responsible for voice transcoding as a well authentication and the signaling function. Now next one is the switch function. So let's see the third component of this wireless local loop. So here you can see switch function switches the PSTN among the various WANU. Okay, so responsibility of the switch function is to switch the public switch telephone network among the various wireless access network unit. It is associated with the switch that can be digital switch, integrated service digital network switch, or mobile switching center. Okay, so any type of switch is that. The switch function is connected to the WANU with the AWLL interface, that is the air interface. Okay, so with air interface it is connected to the WANU. Then next one is the transmission that occurs between the WANU and the switch functions can be made on the lace line, optical fiber, or the microwave frequency. Okay, so this functionality will be made on such type of this guided media, that is optical fiber, lease line, or the unguided media, that is the microwave frequency. Now which are the advantages of the WLL? Okay, It eliminates the first mile or the last mile constructions of the network connections. Second, the low cost due to no use of the conventional copper wire. Okay, then much more secure due to digital encryption technique used in the wireless communication. And the fourth one is that is highly scalable, and it doesn't require the installations of more wires for scaling it, because ultimately it is a wireless local loop. That's why. So these are the advantages of the WLL. Now let's see the features of the WLL. Okay, so first features, it provides internet connections via modem. It provides the data services, it provides the voice services, it provides the fax services. That is all at the wireless access subscriber unit. So whoever the subscriber is there for this WLL, they can receive such type of services, and they can access such type of services. Now next is a wireless LAN. Okay, so wireless LAN stands for the wireless local area network, or it is also called the local area wireless network. Both are same. Okay, now here wireless LAN is one in which the mobile user can connect to the local area network through a wireless connection. Okay, so here IEEE 802.11 group of standards define the technologies for the wireless LAN. So what is the IEEE standard for the wireless LAN? That is 802.11. Now for path sharing, 802.11 standard uses the Ethernet protocol and the CSMA-CA, that is a carrier sense multiple access with the collision avoidance. Okay, and it also uses an encryption method. For example, the wire equivalent privacy algorithm. Now, wireless LAN provides the high-speed data communication in small areas such as buildings or an office, or in home also you have such type of wireless LAN. For example, you have a GeoFiber at home, so it will provide the Wi-Fi services. The modem is there, so that modem provides such type of services. Okay. Then wireless LAN allows the user to move around in the confined area while they are still connected to the network. You can move in your home also. Okay, you can go at the downstairs also, still your Wi-Fi connection is there. Okay, so at some instance wireless LAN technology is used to save the cost, avoid the laying cables, and while in the other cases it is the only options for providing the high-speed internet access to the public. Okay, so it avoids the cable, so any number of devices can be connected to your Wi-Fi network. Okay, so in your home, suppose you are 5 or 6 persons, so there all the persons' mobiles can be connected to that Wi-Fi network. No any cables is required. Now, which are the advantages of the wireless LAN? So let's see. First one is the flexibility. So within the radio coverage, that nodes can communicate without the further restrictions. Radio waves can penetrate walls, then senders and receivers can be placed anywhere. Okay, so these are the, it provides the flexibility that is non-visible, for example, within the device, in the walls, etc. Then next one is the planning. Only wireless ad-hoc networks allows for the communication without the previous planning. We don't have to do any previous planning. For example, if you want to establish the GSM network, you have to do the so much planning for that. And if you just want to establish the Wi-Fi network, you don't have to do any advanced plan. In wire network needs the wiring plans, etc. Okay. Now next one is the design. Okay. So wireless networks allows for the design of the independent small devices, which can, for example, be put into the pockets. Cables not only restrict users but also designs of the small notepads, PDA, etc. So that all are the small devices that you can carry with you. Then next one is the robustness. So wireless networks can handle disasters. For example, earthquakes, floods, etc. Whereas networking required wire infrastructure will usually break down completely in the disaster. So if wiring cables are there, if earthquake is there, okay, so at that time this infrastructure maybe that broke down. Okay, but in wireless network we don't have to worry about such type of things. Okay, then cost. The cost of installing and maintaining the wireless LAN is on average lower than the cost of installing and maintaining the traditional wire LAN. Okay, so this is also one of the advantage. Then next one is the ease of use. Wireless LAN is easy to use and the users need very little new information to take the advantages of the wireless LANs. Okay. Now let's see the disadvantage of the wireless LAN. Okay, so here first is advantage is the quality of service. Quality of service, if we are compared with the wire technology, then compared to the wired, it is a little bit less. So quality of wireless LAN is typically lower than the wired network. The main reason for this is the lower bandwidth due to the limitations in radio transmission. Okay, and the higher error rates due to the interface, and the higher delay variation and the delay variation due to the extensive error correction and the detection mechanism that should require. Okay, so the quality of service comparatively to the wired technology, that is less. Then restrictions that several government and non-government institutions worldwide regulate the operations and they restrict the frequency to minimize the interference. Okay, so frequencies should be minimized to prevent the interference. Then global operations, that wireless LAN products are sold in the all countries, so national and international frequency regulations have to be considered. The next one is the low power. Why? Because device communicating via the wireless LAN are typically required the power, typically power consuming devices. Okay, so also wireless devices running on the battery power. Okay, so whereas the LAN design should take this into the account and implement the special power saving modes and power management functions are there. But in wireless LAN, no such type of power management functions. Then license free operation is that. Okay, we can consider it as an advantage also because this is a license free operation, but it is also the disadvantage that LAN operators don't want to apply for the special license to be able to use the product. Okay, so you cannot apply for the special license. The equipment must operate in the license free band such as a 2.4 gigahertz ISM band. Okay, so these are the disadvantage of the wireless LAN. So in this video we have learned about the wireless local loop. Okay, and that we have learned about the what is wireless LAN. So 802.11, that is Wi-Fi, is also one type of the wireless LAN. There are so many wireless LAN technologies are available, that is HyperLAN, etc. Okay, so we have learned about this two technology in this video. So thank you for watching. We will meet in the next lecture with a new topic. Thank you.